Good morning everyone. We're just getting started over here. I got a couple tires and wheels I gotta finish putting up. They sat over there next to the doghouse for like 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't even know if they're these guys' wheels. I just want them out of my area. They're heavy too. They're like for a dually or definitely like a F250, F350. They're heavy. I ain't picking them up. I'll let Mr. John Deere pick them up. It's okay to be lazy if you got one of these tractors. Alright, let me finish. Dang, they got a lot of rain over the weekend. Look at that hole I squished in there. Ooh, he's gonna be mad. Oh well. But yeah, they got a big storm blew in yesterday all over Dallas. There was a tower crane that fell, landed on some apartment building. They're talking 5 injured, 1 killed. And this morning there's 200 and like 80-something thousand people out of power. Oh, I'm sorry. Power. I'm a hillbilly. We call it Power Company. Somebody call the Power Company. Our lights are out. Alright, but yeah, y'all got to see this. Let me get going. Alright, got them wheels out of there. Let's see what else I can grab. Don't need to go very empty-handed. This thing can go straight to the crusher. Oh, that's a different customer. I'm crushing Ronnie this morning. I don't know if they are going to want... I'll grab that Kia Sportage. There's a Jaguar. We'll be busting that one later. Somebody done snatched the Jaguar deal off the hood. But okay, if you've been watching these videos, then you might look in that corner where I put that container, and you're thinking, what's different about it? Something's different. Well, they had that old shed, that old barn, and there's part of it right there, laying on the ground. I'm sure I'll be crushing some of that tin. Anyway, it blew down. The storm come in and blew it down yesterday. There's some more of it on laying up there by that fence. And then if that tire company truck wasn't right there, I could pull through. And there's a big, huge limb laying in that yard over there on the other side of the fence, real close to the house. But, all right, I think he's done with this. So the other day I made a mistake, and I was trying to explain. He said he's not ready yet. I was trying to explain what happens when the price drops. The price has dropped again, folks. We are now paying our customers $80 a ton. That is, it's not the lowest I've seen, but that's pretty bad, pretty bad. That's, if you buy a car and you get an empty catalytic converter on, it's empty, you probably just lost money on the deal. That's real talk. If you bought a car thinking you'd be able to sell the motor out of it and it didn't sell, or it ended up being, it ran for 10 minutes and then locked up, you could be in bad shape. But these guys still got cars. They're still finding them. They're still bringing them in. I'm going to explain it to you without blowing it this time. What happens when the price goes down, and, you know, my experience about it. My experience with it. So what happens is, a month ago, when someone was trying to sell their car, a junk car, you know, there's advertising, we buy junk cars. So a month ago, you could get, say, $250 for your junk car. Well, this month they're only able to pay $125. So the customer might call the customer and they go, hey, I got a Dodge Neon how much is it worth? Well, like I was saying, the price is being $85 a ton. It's not worth very much at all, and you're offering probably $100 a car is what you're offering right now. And they say, well, hang on a second. My neighbor sold his junk car, and he got $250 for it. Well, you're going to explain to them, well, ma'am, the price has dropped, or sir, the price has dropped. We're not able to pay that anymore. So, you tell the customer, okay, or the person selling the car, please, call other people and check around, and you're gonna, find that that's the price going right now. And after they call 3 or 4 of these junk car buyers and they get the same price, hopefully they call you back. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do, but it takes probably, 2 or 3 weeks after the prices drop for it to kind of, the word to get out, so to speak. Like I said, they'll call around, and other people, look how these guys do it. So what they do is they take a Sawzall, and they just chop it off right there. Boom. And then they unbolt the cab. I'll go over there and they do it on their own a lot. He can lift off cabs, but I can pull cabs off for them. A lot easier to get all their stuff. They're not tearing wires. Hoses are just flinging with fluids everywhere. But that whole front end and that motor will go to Mexico. You can count on that. So some people ain't gonna sell their car, but some people have to sell their car. Maybe the city came in and said, look, this car's been broke down outside here. You're on the street for 2 months. Well, are you gonna just let the city have it, or are you just gonna, get you $150? It's pretty bad right now. Some people don't want to hear it. They don't care. Like, I don't care what the price of metal is. My car's $300 and that's the way it is. Well, they're going to call 5 people and nobody's going to touch it. But the problem is there are some people out there that, all right, yeah, I'll be right over there. I'll have a guy over there. Come get it right now. You're still going to have that. But come on, we got to crush a car. It's a car crushing channel, so we have to crush a car. Sorry I wasted your time if you're not here for the jibber jabber. I apologize. I can jibber jabber, but I was waiting on that car to drain. Roll this one over. They said all the cats are gone. Double check for a battery. Double check, it's gone. Everybody say good morning, Trino. He's been doing this 18, 19 years. Y'all might have seen him from other videos. He's the welder guy. He's the pull a motor and transmission out of a Ferrari guy. Real good dude. I call him the maestro. In Spanish, it's maestro's the teacher, instructor, or the conductor. Like he's leading the show. All right, let's get this one over here in there. But yeah, I've seen it. The worst I've ever seen it was 60 a ton, and we weren't doing nothing. And the best I've seen it was back in 2014. We were paying the customer $240 a ton. For real. It's been a while since I've seen it like that. I would say in the last 2 years, the best I've seen it, I think, was 160. Now that's what we're paying to the customer. That's taking it. I guess right now, if you were to run a car, you yourself were running a car over the scales, you'd probably get 150, maybe 120. I don't know. I just know what we're paying. I have no idea. All right, so I mean, there it is. I have a crushing channel. We crush cars. I did jibber jabber, but I'm sorry, folks. I really love this business, and I mean, I really do. It's neat, you know. And that's what a lot of these guys are gonna have to start doing. Is hey man, don't crush that one yet. I've put a couple things on eBay and stuff like that, or you know, I've put, you know, I'm trying to establish relationships with motor shops, body shops. It is, you gotta figure out ways to squeeze your cars. It is what it is. I'm sure a lot of these guys too know how it can go from feast and famine, and they put their money up. I'm sure, or, you know, especially your guys that have been doing it 15, 20 years. They know the deal. Okay, folks, I hope I explained it. I probably did. I probably blew it again, but no, that's my knowledge of it, my experience of it, what happens when the metal goes down, and how we still are able to keep going, because, and also the volume in Dallas, Texas of junk cars. People have some people, it's just, when this thing's going really good, they'll be dropping off 40, 50 cars a day. When this thing's going good, overnight it'll be 40, 50 cars, for real. Everybody cross your fingers that it goes like that again. But it'll slow down, but we'll still be crushing. It'll slow down, but we'll still be crushing. Everybody cross their fingers. All right. Thank you.